Welcome to a hot cup of common sense with me, your host, Steve Mudflap McGrew. Hey, how's it going? What's up? How's it going, guys? Sorry, I had a little code popped there on the computer. I had to take care of there. Jay, welcome. Anita, Chris, what's going on? I haven't done this in a while, so remember my cup logo, a hot cup of common sense. I thought, man, this is a perfect time to bring this stuff back. So, what up, Jared? Dave Miller, what's going on? See ya. Hey, Dave, some of you guys I might want to bring on here later, and we'll just have a little like online live podcast discussion. So, but anyway, it's cold here, Thomas. It's snow. We had like 10 inches of snow where I am, and Chris says you look like a blonde Aussie. Oh! 10 inches of snow. I had to go out and scrape the car, and I took the dog to the groomer today. That's right. Sometimes your dog needs to be groomed so bad that you chance your life. What up, Bill? Thanks for coming in. Jonathan, thanks for dropping by. What's going on, guys? We're all quarantined together. Is that what we're doing? We're all just hunkered down, whatever that means. We aren't just hunkered down. Hunkered down means you have all your supplies, right? It means you've had all your prepared foods that last forever, and your water, and you're in your bunker, and you hunker in your bunker. I think that's what we're gonna hunker down. Stacy says, wow, that's crazy. We have 82 degrees today in North Carolina. Yeah, I talked to my sister earlier down in Texas, and she said, it's 80 degrees and we're in shorts. And I go, oh yeah, well, I'm in snow boots. That's right, I'm in snow boots. And guns. Gotta have your guns. Dustin, thanks for coming. Diamond, thanks for dropping by. Stacy, socially distancing every day. You know, I've been doing that for a long time. It's funny, Janet said that it was affecting her, this kind of not being able to go out. And I go, well, basically, if I was at work on a ship or in a comedy club, I would just be socially distancing in a hotel or a ship bedroom waiting to go on stage. So, but I'm doing what I normally do, only now I'm told to. Thomas says it's 58 here in Orange County. Well, you have to live out there with lockdown. You're in lockdown. We haven't been locked down yet. That's one of the things here in Colorado. Our governor said that we're going to at a certain date, they're going to shut down things. And I'm thinking, well, if it's that deadly and it's that urgent, shouldn't things just be shut down immediately? Not like, a few days, we're going to shut down hair salons and nail salons and some shops. And wait, if it's deadly, shouldn't you do it right now? So don't you feel like we get mixed signals sometime from some of our leaders? Mm-hmm. Dean, what's going on? Thanks for dropping by. The freeways are awesome. Yeah, I thought the same thing driving today. It's like, wow, it's like a movie, I Am Legend, the one lone car driving down the freeway. Yeah, something is just totally not right. What I think is one of the things that's not right is how everybody immediately just said, okay, shut everything down, no questions asked, no nothing, no, like, well, do you have the power to do that? Can you shut down a whole state? What if some of us don't want to do that? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, what if you didn't want to do it? Isn't that part of America freedom? Is like, hey, if I want to go out and catch a virus, I'll go out and catch a damn virus. Eric, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I just was it's like they're preparing us for real martial law. You know, like, everybody stay in your homes. Do not come out until we tell you to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Christy, I agree. Every day our rights are slowly being taken away, except for recently when they quickly got taken away. That's what I was going to try to figure out. One way that people do these chats is that other people can come in and join them. I've seen that where they split the screen and join, and I don't know exactly how to do that. If I can figure that out, I'm going to try to do some more of these. Jimmy Schubert saying, guys, Jimmy is the guest on my podcast this week. Remasculate. We recorded it earlier this week, so check him out. Donna says, hello, my brilliant and favorite comedian. Oh, thanks. Michael Finney's in the room. Great magician and comic. Thanks for coming in. That was my computer updating. If you guys wonder what that sound was, it wasn't like, oh, some kind of national alert. But yeah, we'll figure this out, especially when all of us are going to have more time here stuck in our homes. I thought every day we'd probably just come on here and do a little hot cup of common sense. I loved that movie Outbreak. I thought that was really good. I thought it was well done. It was scary enough. I don't know if you guys saw the episode of Bull the other night about Michael Weatherly came on before the show and actually was like, hey, little disclaimer, everything that's going on right now, this has nothing to do with it. This was filmed like months ago. So I know it's kind of timely, but it's not the same thing. But that was a really good episode, kind of scary. Paul from the UK, thanks for dropping in. Is my show at OKC being rescheduled? Yes, it will be rescheduled. It got canceled. That was for next week. It did get canceled. So, like everything else, we're just going to sit around here and wait for the virus to pass over. Somebody said if I go out and I wiped Chick-fil-A sauce above the door, that the virus would pass over my home. I don't know how true that is. But I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A and try to get some extra sauce and bless my house. Max says, it's crazy here in Florida. I never thought I'd see two old people fighting over a baked chicken in Sam's Club. I know, people are fighting over the dumbest stuff. I don't understand the toilet paper thing. We all have discussed that. Like, why do you need so much toilet paper? It doesn't give you the poops, or is that just because people are afraid to go out of the house? Because I like the first thing. Normally if it snows and you think you're going to be hunkered down, you're like, milk and bread. And all of a sudden now it's like, we got to stay in the home. Toilet paper! We need toilet paper! I was thinking maybe it's because women love toilet paper. I think y'all use it for everything. A little bit of everything. You don't just wipe the hiney with it. You use it for makeup. You blow your nose. You wipe the counter. Little bit of everything. That's what I'm saying. A little bit of everything. So maybe that's the run on it. Is like, I know how quick my home goes through toilet paper. I need to buy a ton of it. Michael, thanks for dropping by. Chevette said, it cost me $75 to ship $10 worth of TP to my daughter in Denver. Right now, I saw a thing on Wish, the Wish shopping app. They're selling toilet paper. I think it's 12 whatever for 60-something bucks. Man, doesn't Hillary have a book you can just pull pages out of? Would you ever come to Indiana? I would love to. I used to work the Indianapolis Comedy Club. It's been a while, but I would definitely come back there. Yeah, so much is going on. I went out to, like I said, to get the dog groomed and stopped by Safeway to get a coffee and kill time while the dog was being groomed. And it was really weird. It was kind of random people, but some of them had surgical gloves and masks, and others had like goggles on, and you'd come around a corner of an empty aisle, and there'd be one person standing there. It was very like one of those zombie-ish movies. Is like, you're out too? So, I think everybody's, I don't know, what is everybody's feeling about this? Are you frightened? Are you scared? Or do you think you're not worried about giving it to yourself, but you're worried about giving it to somebody else? I think that's kind of what's going on, is people are thinking, oh, I might get it on me and take it with me home. Karen says, does Janet know about the Hallmark Channel Christmas shows? Yes, she does. She's the one that told me that they were going to do a 24-hour marathon of Hallmark movies. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Kevin, thanks for dropping by. Staying safe, staying healthy. Are you guys washing your hands? Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Wash your counters. And as Red Fox used to say, wash your gherkin. Donna says, worried about giving it to somebody else. Chevette says, not scared at all. Max says, not scared, just hoping for the best. Yeah, I'm like Tommy, just hunkering down and keeping well. Wash your hands. This is when I wish I had a clip from what they show in the Royal Caribbean ships. If you find you're not feeling well, like too many trips around the carousel. That's when they say, wash your hands. Kevin says, I'm not scared, but worried about my parents, both in their 80s. Yeah, that's kind of like my mom right now. My mom fell, broke her wrist, and she's in rehab. And they have locked down the rehab place. My sister, who is down with her in Houston, they can't even visit, no visitation hours. And my mom's like, why can't anybody come visit? Because of the coronavirus. Yeah, but we don't have it. Yeah, I know, we don't have it. But try to explain that to, some people, or older people. Worried about what people are going to do once they start running out of supplies. I'm not. I have stocked up from supplies from Cheap as Dirt Ammo. Cheapasdirt.com. Check it out. Great prices on all your ammo and firearm needs. Karen says, I know for a fact there's 16 trucks headed to Denver with commodities to things will be restocked soon. Well, that's what I was in King Soopers yesterday. And the guy at King Soopers says, oh, yeah, we're good. But 2 weeks ago, you should have seen this place. I'm like, really? Yeah, because he goes, well, first he asked me, he goes, did you have any trouble finding everything you needed? I go, no, I got everything I needed. And he was like, well, that's good because they wiped us out here. We just got restocked. And the King Soopers by my house was like fully stocked, like just fully stocked. Hold on, I'm going to tap this real quick. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to maybe chat with you, like bring you guys into the chat, like I was saying earlier. But I'm not sure how this works. Whether you request coming on to the video. Any of you guys ever done that before? You request ammo and firearm needs. Yeah, I have my concealed carry license, and I had my gun on the other day, and Janet goes, "Are you really worried about?" I go, "No, not really worried. I mean, I wear my gun every now and then just for. Actually, it makes you feel a little safer no matter what." But she goes, "You're not worried about somebody jumping you, getting your teepee as you're leaving the store, are you?" Like, no, not kinda, no, maybe. Alan says, "I get an alert that you are live, that accept." Oh, that's very cool. Angel, thanks for dropping into the room. We got 59 people, 60 people. That's really good. See, y'all are all at home like me going, what am I going to do? What am I going to watch? I don't want to watch the news. I was watching, earlier, I was watching Donald Trump's press conference. And one of the things I noticed, it's just me, is that if the reporters spent more time asking about what's happening with the virus and what he's doing with the virus instead of questions like, do you think it's harmful that you attack the press at these conferences? Another reporter, don't you think it's bad for other countries to see that you attack the press? Jesus. Look, he wouldn't attack you if you didn't lie all the time, if you weren't the fake news, seriously. And they even said, just report the facts, stop doing all this other stuff, and maybe we'll stop. Oh, Eric, you're welcome. Thanks. I try to keep it light most of the time. Summer says, Arizona deplorable with COVID-19? I hope you don't have it, but if you do, get well soon. Steve, what do you think of Juan Williams? I personally can't stand Juan Williams. I actually used to enjoy him. I thought he had a good sense of humor, but now I don't know if he's just purposely playing devil's advocate, but everything he says is contradictory to a valid point that one of the other panelists just made. He's like, well, I don't know about that. Just shut up. Sober says OAN is the only one. I've been watching that too. Kevin says it's bad for the press to present the public with biased reporting. Totally agree. I think they've scared people. Like, I don't know if you saw the one where Trump called out the reporter. What do you want to tell people that are, they're afraid of all these people dying and all these cases? What do you want to tell the people that are scared? And he goes, that you're a horrible reporter. I thought that was awesome, because then he goes on to explain that, all you guys are doing is sensationalizing this instead of help calming the fears and giving them the facts and saying, yes, only this many people have died compared to whatever. But the news media is like, ah! And deep down, let's all be honest. Don't you think they're kind of doing it a little bit to stick it to Trump? Since they couldn't impeach him, maybe we can use this to get him out of office. Maybe this will hurt him so bad they won't want to vote for him next time. But I think what's going to happen is he's going to come out of this thing just smelling like a rose. I think he's going to be the leader that this country needed at the very right time. Can you imagine anybody else in control right now? Can you imagine what Hillary would be doing? How much... No, I don't want to go down that road. I don't. Let's keep it light. Light. Center. Jonathan says, I wish our leader had a set of balls like Trump. Jonathan's Canadian, so yes, I agree, Jonathan. I totally agree. Mark Dole, thanks for dropping in. Denise says, hi, yes, glad you're able to be at home and not stuck out on the road. Me too. So glad for that. Yeah. You guys, if you do get a chance, check out OAN. I don't know what channel it is on your cable system or box or whatever, but you can actually get it on the app too. But check out OAN for more like just straightforward news. I think one of the things that news channels have done now, since it become ratings, it used to be just news, but now news is ratings, and ratings make money, and now news is money, is that their 24-hour news cycle is just designed to scare you and keep you coming back. And when we come back, we'll tell you more about the deaths from this. Not like, hey, when we come back, we'll tell you about the survivors. When we come back, we're going to talk to one of the survivors, and he'll tell you how bad it wasn't. They're not doing that. It's all about clickbait. It's all about scaring you. That goes back to why the media companies are working with so many of the leftist politicians, because it's all about power and fear. If you can make somebody scared, you can like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Let me handle this. You just stay in your house and I'll handle this. I'll throw money at things that need to be taken care of. Dana says, I have that news channel. It's excellent. Paul says, same in UK. Boris is the best leader we could have right now. I agree, Paul. Paul Vincent, you probably know I'm crazy about the UK. I'm kind of a Britophile. My manager's British. I used to work there a lot. I drive a Mini Cooper. I keep up with the British news. And I actually order British food and condiments online from England. So yes, Boris Johnson, as much as some people hate him over there, Boris has been a great leader and will be a great leader for the UK. I agree, Michael. He says he thinks the media makes it a lot worse than it is. Diamond, exactly, power and fear. It's all about power and fear. It's all about. Tracy Taylor, welcome, Tracy Taylor. For you guys that know Tracy and I used to work together when we were DJs at KYGO, the country station that is no longer in Denver. I mean, it's here, but it's no longer country. It just plays like hip-hop. Newsmax is a good news outlet. I agree. They're pretty good. Tracy, I hope you're doing well. John, thanks for joining. We're 57 people. 50. Right on. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Speaking of the UK, I just got sent, a friend over there in the UK, Adam, sent me a bag of Doritos that you can only get in the UK that are supposed to be super, super spicy. And I am going to do a trying video with Janet. She and I are going to try those. She hates spicy. So it'll be great to watch her with the super spicy stuff. But I was so glad that Adam could send me that from the UK. Chevette said, KYGO died when you left. Thank you. Somebody keeps telling me that I'm, not you guys, but say how bitter I am about, because I always post. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to this. I do it just for fun. I don't really care. But every time KYGO doesn't get nominated for an award, like an ACM or a CMA award, I could always say, congratulations, Denver, you didn't win again. Because actually, they haven't won again since I left, since I was let go. I was a budget cut, by the way. For the people that like to try to slam me and go, oh, the failed DJ. No, I was a budget cut, as so many of my friends were. And if you knew the industry at all, you would know that anybody that was making any money, they were like chopping salaries like crazy, just chopping salaries. And that's what happened. And then they started playing the really crappy country music. Jennifer says, thank you, Steve, for being an essential part of our daily lives. I appreciate that. I mean, I try to every day. People have asked me why I decided to do it. Like, aren't you scared? Aren't you scared of speaking out? And I'm like, no, I have to. I have to do this. Yes, I know I could lose work, and I have lost work. Some of you guys have seen, The Hill did an article on me. The Hollywood Reporter had a little blurb on me. I have lost work because of this. But at one point in my life, I just realized we've all been quiet for so long. We just sat there. We watched it go. We all knew, we all be like, that's so wrong what they're doing. That's just so wrong. Then it dawned on me. Do you remember the old saying, evil triumphs when good people do nothing? And that's what we were doing. We were good people doing nothing. We just sat by and watched things happen because they scared us. They made us afraid to speak up at work. Oh, you'll go to HR. You'll be reported. You could lose your job. You're not being a team player. Oh, you make this an uncomfortable atmosphere here at work. All the stuff that you guys in cubicle land know. I wasn't getting as much of it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. HR was scaring everybody with like, oh, you can't say hostile work environment. What? Because I don't agree with them? That was called freedom of speech. If you don't like it, don't work with me. I asked to be changed to a different cubicle. But that's just the way I think they scared us into silence. Melissa says, saw you in Vegas a couple years ago. Best show ever. Thank you. I appreciate that. I used to work the MGM Grand a lot. I worked for Brad Garrett at the Brad Garrett Comedy Club. But Brad, even though he was a friend for 20 years, I've known him forever. Brad has Trump derangement syndrome really, really bad. And if you ever read his Twitter feed, all he does is just badmouth Trump and badmouth Trump supporters. And he gave me this whole thing about, I just don't feel comfortable with you around right now. I just, it's time to take a stand. We have to take a stand. Like, okay, I took a stand. You took a stand. I don't care. And the same week that Brad let me go. I picked up a better paying job. So remember the old saying, when somebody closes a door, God opens another window? That's the way it works. Dean says, yes, Trump is a bully, but we need a bully. We do. We need somebody with a backbone. And bully isn't such a bad thing. Do you remember there's actually an old British thing? It's like, bully for you, which means good job, way to go. Bullying is not a horrible thing. I was bullied as a kid, which actually made me toughen up. It actually made me a better person. I mean, it's one thing to be bullied beyond that you just think about, killing yourself. Yeah, that's wrong. But if you're just teased at school, be teased. That's one of the things that I learned. My dad used to tease me a lot, just really tease me. And, make fun of, if I brought over a girlfriend for the first time, he'd be like, wow, I don't know why you said she wasn't attractive. What? I didn't say that. That kind of stuff. So you get used to just being teased. Beth is right. Like, not bully, ballsy. You need more ballsy people. And not pushy people like on the left. Not just pushing it at you. You have to. I don't know if you guys, there was a video on Facebook the other day with Will Witt. I don't know if you guys watch Will, but Will was on campus, and somebody called the police on him, a lone person. He's over here pushing hate speech. Yeah, because he's interviewing students about different things, but we can't have a differing opinion on this campus. Call the police. You know what that means? That means somebody raised a pussy. That's what that means. Whenever you see somebody like that, somebody raised a pussy. He couldn't tease you about Janet. She's beautiful inside and out. Thank you. I agree. Chevette says, I was at Daytona 500. Trump was awesome in the flyby and a lap on the track. Oh, it was totally a Trump rally. That was totally a flyby at NASCAR. The president's plane over. Are you thinking people didn't just feel that? Like this, America. Michael says, ever since I've known you from KYGO, you always put a smile on my face. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I've always tried to do, even in my stand-up, if you can find a real subject and try to make it humorous or make a joke about it, people can hold on to it. They grasp it. If you're just preaching at them, like some of the comics today are all like, oh, Trump sucks, Trump evil, orange man bad. They're like, yeah, whatever. But if you can make a joke and go, I can see your point. See how that works? I've always believed that. That's one of the things I've always tried to do, is make jokes about tense subjects. I know it's one of the things that's politically incorrect now, and I don't do it in my act anymore because it gets you killed. But I used to immediately, if somebody famous died, I immediately had a joke. Like immediately. Hey, did you heard Colonel Sanders died? Yeah, he kicked the bucket. I did that joke back then. It was that kind of stuff. And other comics would call me, all right, what's your joke? As soon as somebody or something would happen, all right, what's your joke? Because I really believed you could laugh off those things. Chris Shaw, thanks for coming in. Chris Shaw, another great comic. Thanks for dropping in. Mike King, thanks for dropping in. Max says, saw you in Orlando. It was the best. Reminds us of Jay Carson. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Just trying to make light out of everything. I'm a firm believer that you can find a joke or a topic in anything. When I was on the radio, you get called in and go, what's the show about tomorrow? I'm like, I don't know. It hasn't happened. I mean, I might be driving to work tomorrow, hit a skunk, and the whole show tomorrow is about hitting a skunk. Have you ever hit a skunk? What'd your car smell like? What'd it take to get the smell out of your car? Anything can be a subject. So it would drive me kind of crazy when the program director would be like, oh, well, you didn't tell us what the show's about. I don't know. I can make it up on the spot. Because he used to say, well, you should never crack a mic unless you know what you're going to say. I do that almost every time I get on stage. I just walk out, how you people doing tonight? And then I just start talking. That's called being able to do it. And I think a lot of times program directors are let's say, those that can't teach. So just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can't do it or somebody else can't do it. And I think one of the reasons I've told people I think radio is dying is because people no longer need radio. Radio used to be the only way to get your music, news, and information. So now people got the songs they want to hear right at their fingertips. So nobody wants to hear the same song every 2 hours, the same song that they tell you have to like. And I used to tell the guys at the station, I go, look, people tune in for what they can't get. That's why they tune in. Give them more personality. Give them more comedic material. Give them talk, conversation. No, our research shows people want more music, more music. Really? How come all the big shows actually play no music? Think of any big radio show that you know. Most of them are no music. Bob and Tom, a lot of talk. Song now and then. Howard Stern, all talk. Any of those are all talk. It's personality. It's engagement of your crowd. And then you're like, okay, now here's some music after the show's over. That's one of the reasons I've actually thought about going back and maybe trying to do talk radio here in Denver. Just like a live show, sort of like this. Just have guests on and talk about stuff. Doesn't even have to be politics anymore. Just come on and talk. Hey, it's about to be fishing season. What's your favorite pole? Have you ever used one off a card? Do you ever bought a fishing pole? Did you catch fish with the cheap pole compared to the expensive pole? See, a conversation can be anything. Alan says, I would disagree. I listen to iHeart, love the app, listen to radio and music. Well, I have to go with you on this, Alan. I will agree with you. I have the iHeart app, but I can choose what station to listen to. I can choose, like, Travis Tritt music. Just listen to the Travis Tritt station, and then it plays Travis Tritt, and it plays songs like Travis. So it's not the same thing as what radio is like. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's 32 degrees here at quarter past the hour. Traffic is coming up. We'll have a little bit of traffic, and then we're going to get right on. Here's the next one from Florida Georgia line. Denise said, I would totally support a talk show with you. You're the only reason why I turned into KYGO. I love that. Christina, you just said it. Michael Savage is good to listen to. Michael Savage has been one of my favorites for probably at least 20 years. 20 years of, because he's always got great conversation. And he doesn't leave the callers on too long. Karen says, you've got that natural DJ voice. I thank you. You can choose until Bernie gets elected. True, but Bernie's gone now. Bernie is out. I don't know if he's officially dropped out, but everybody's been saying he's done. I wish I could say definitively that he's not in, but I don't know for a fact. One of those things that I have not, kept up with. You need to have an intervention with your cousin Larry, Dr. Phil style. Yeah, probably. I don't know if you guys follow another character I do called Liberal Larry. He has his own channel, own stuff, own videos. Larry has become quite his own entity. Larry has been now taken on as like the face of liberalism. So a lot of guys that make memes for Donald Trump use my character, Liberal Larry, in their little memes, whether he's right up front or hidden in the back. So look for me in a pink pussy hat and a lot of memes. Alan says Bernie won't get out until the convention. You're probably right. I mean, they say he's basically out, but I think until the very end he's going to try to hold on. Karen says, Liberal Larry, excellent character. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I tried to do, like somebody said, you're like a one-man Saturday Night Live on another post. It's like, yeah, because I've got all these characters that I think each person needs a comedic voice. Like if I'm making fun of liberals with Liberal Larry, I need to make fun of conservatives too. So there's Tucker the Trucker. So he does that. Well, to make fun of both of them, I've got Conspiracy Theory Carl, which is kind of just as, I'll tell you what's wrong with this country. Oh, somebody said Larry under the bed. Yeah, that's John. John says Larry under the bed. Yeah, Larry used to just always be in bed when he would do his commentary. Now Larry has been so scared. He's so afraid of Trump that he hides under his bed. So a lot of videos that I do with Larry are underneath the bed. That's Larry's safe space. Karen says, oh, Tucker the Trucker is awesome. Yeah, he gets a lot of shares. Tucker the Trucker actually gets shared more than Larry does. Larry gets more views. Tucker gets more shares. I think a lot of people are afraid to share Larry too much because they're fake people. I think people are afraid. They'll go, do you agree with this? No, I'm just sharing this because I think it's funny. Kenneth says, love it. Thanks, you're great. Max says, we just had Johnny and Heidi from Nashville visit. He writes for Chris Young. Look them up on Mixer. I will do that. I will do that. Do you like my backdrop? God bless America. Oh. So guys that are just tuning in, I'm calling this a hot cup of common sense. It's where we can all pop on here, talk about things, and not be afraid to share truth. Because I think a lot of times people are afraid to tell the truth. Because if you tell the truth, oh my God, that's racist. It's like the whole thing with Trump saying, why does he say Chinese virus? That bugs me. He's not saying Chinese virus like he's making fun of Chinese Americans. He's saying it started in China because the Chinese government tried to say that American soldiers started it in China, that they tried to get it. So it's a geopolitical thing of saying this country did it. This is the country that came from. Remember, it was China that is our enemy at this point. Not like war enemy, but our financial world market enemy. That's really, he's not trying to single out, oh, the Chinese people, you should go beat up a Chinese person because they're making you sick. It's not what he said at all. Actually, it's the liberal media who says that, who gets spun at. They spin it like, look, Trump wants you to go beat up people. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't care if you've got the hop sing thing or the kung pao cough or whatever anybody else is calling it. Where they say the Hong Kong flu. Yeah, see? There's all the names. People are they're trying to laugh off a horrible situation, and liberals with no sense of humor and a pure hatred for Trump are just trying to, like, screw America. That's really what they hate Trump so bad they would love to see America just fail. I mean, fail. If they could just make it fail and fall, this college campuses would be like, yeah! And who raised those people? Some people that raised a bunch of pussies. Yeah. Karen says, some can't find humor if it was on a PowerPoint presentation. That is so true. That is so true. So guys, I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'm going to look through my app here and try to figure out how to make this go live with you guys, where I can try to bring some people on with me, because that's really what I want to do. I want to make this a little chat show. So I'm going to take a break, check this out, and I will come back in a little bit, and we'll do this again. All right? All right. I love you guys. Stay healthy, stay funny, stay laughing. It's the only way to beat this thing. And I'll talk to you in a little bit. See ya.